It's late at night. I can't sleep. But this is week 2, lecture 1. Here's your intro.
To decide that the things that I tried were...
Hello everyone, this is Mr. Carlston. This is DSPS270 Work Attitudes and Employer Expectations with Mr. Carlston. This is week 2, lecture 1. What we're going to talk about is behavioral expectations on the job. All right. So what we know so far is this. What this is about, what this presentation is about. This presentation is about how we are expected to behave when we are working. What kind of attitude are we supposed to have, and what are the behaviors that an employer expects from us? Okay, so one thing that they focus on is staying on task to completion. So what does it mean to stay on a task to completion? This means that when your boss or supervisor tells you to do a job, he or she, or you preferably, can depend on you to get it done on a reasonable time. So what does that mean? I'll underline that for you. All right. Here's an example. We know that John Bartlett, for example, at the Target Professional, works at Target as a cart attendant. His boss tells him to please get the carts from the parking lot and put them at the front of the store for customers to get. So John has the task of 1, getting the carts from the parking lot, and 2, putting the carts neatly at the front of the store for customers to get. Staying on tasks means that John will do these 2 things in a reasonable amount of time. Because he has other responsibilities, getting the carts and putting them at the front of the store is not going to take all day or even hours. Okay, so that's one example of John having being great at staying on task and completing it. Okay, so here's an example. All right, here's an example 2, of when the person staying on task does not finish the job or complete it. So there's another person, Lisa, who happens to also work at Target as a cart attendant. Like John, her boss politely asked her to do the same thing, which is to get the carts from the parking lot and put them at the front of the store for customers to get. Like John, Lisa has other responsibilities. Yet again, her task is to gather all the carts from the parking lot, that's 1, and 2, put all the carts at the front of the store for customers to get. So Lisa starts her task or job of getting the carts. It gets a call from her friend whom she has not spoken to in months. She began her shift at 10 a.m. and has been talking on the phone with her friend for almost an hour while she's walking around the parking lot looking for shopping carts. By 11:15, she is still looking for carts in the parking lot, and unknown to Lisa, customers are complaining that there are no carts for them to use at the front of the store. Okay, she started her job or her shift at 10 a.m. and it's already 11:15. So that's an hour and 15 minutes she has been walking around the parking lot looking for carts. Her boss goes outside to see where Lisa is. Her boss notices it has taken over an hour to get the carts from the parking lot, and she is still not done. It has been over an hour and Lisa has not brought any carts to the front of the store. So is Lisa a good employee? What do you think? Did she finish her job of getting the carts and putting them at the front of the store? What do you think is going to happen? Okay. So things to consider to stay on a task to completion. When you start a task or work responsibility, you must keep doing it until you finish. Okay? So with the brag book last semester, how many of you finished it? All right? How many of you finished the brag book and turned it in before or when it was due? Now consider how many of you turned in the brag book after the due date. Now think about it. If you were at work and a brag book was part of your responsibility, would your boss be mad at you if you turned in your assignments late or not at all? The answer is yes. Your boss would be mad at you if you did not turn in your assignments. Okay. Another thing to consider is, especially when working with customers, you cannot be distracted and take your time. Working with customers requires you to do things at a fast pace and do it now. Imagine if you went to McDonald's to get a hamburger. You're waiting to get your hamburger, and the guy responsible for making your hamburger suddenly decides to make French fries. Is the hamburger guy ever going to finish your making your food? Probably not, which is why you have to focus and do it now. Not 20 minutes later, because no one waits 20 minutes to get a hamburger, but now. Okay? So another thing we have to finish is following directions and your work ethic. Staying on task and finishing what you're told to do also involves following directions. Can you follow the directions of your boss or supervisor? If you can follow the directions of your boss without getting distracted, your boss will probably value you at work as someone who is dependable. Okay. On the other hand, if your boss tells you to do something and you say no, what do you think can happen? They probably say you're fired, right? In addition to following directions at work, you must also have a good work ethic. A good work ethic means that you or an employee will do whatever it takes to get the job done right and to help your coworkers. So an example of a good work ethic is the boss asks if you can stay a few minutes after work to help finish stocking the potato chips in the chip aisle. A good work ethic would be for you to say, "Sure, boss, I'll be happy to help you and the team. I'm definitely a team member." Okay? So this person has a good work ethic because he realizes that his boss is asking him to help, and that would make your boss feel that you are very dependable, meaning if something needs to be done, I can ask you. Okay? An example of a bad work ethic would be for you to say, "Stay later, forget that. I'm going to miss WWE Monday Night Raw. I will see you tomorrow." Why is that a bad work ethic? Why would you say that to your boss? Okay? So, another thing to consider is, right? So, what are the assignments and homework for week 2, lecture 1? We talked about staying on task until completion. After this video, leave your name and comment what you think will happen to Lisa. Remember, Lisa is the Target cart attendant who was given the direction to get the carts in the parking lot and put them in the front of the store for customers to use. Lisa gets a call from a friend she has not heard from in months. So as she's getting the carts in the parking lot, she's talking to her friend on her phone. After an hour, customers complain that there are no carts for them to use at the front of the store. What do you think will happen to Lisa? Okay. Under assignments is a survey. This is the second thing. Under assignments is a survey asking, what is your work ethic? Give me an example of what a good work ethic is and what is a bad work ethic. Okay. There are also true and false questions and multiple choice. All right. So let me show you really quick on Canvas. I'll show you on Canvas. Okay. So this is our homepage for work attitudes and employer expectations. If I go into assignments, all right, I look for week 2. All right. Tips for making it through this weird time. This is one of the things I want you to do. I know everybody is stressed out. So this is just a small little video for you to watch. Okay. And then also under assignments is the what is your work ethic? All right. So here, go to student preview. We talked about a good work ethic and a bad work ethic. Question 1. Your 20-minute break is just about to end, but you are in the middle of a great conversation with a coworker. If a person had a terrible, bad work ethic, what would he or she do? So I would say, if a person has a bad work ethic, he would continue his conversation and show up to and return from break late. Okay? If a person has a good work ethic, what would he or she do? If a person has a good work ethic, he would stop the conversation and return to work and return from break on time. Okay? So that is an answer for question 1. All right? That's all you have to do. All right? So the next question is the same thing. Read this. What is a bad work ethic? What is a good work ethic? This one asks, I believe, is a true or false question. A customer is lost looking around your store, looking lost and needing help. A person with a good work ethic would do what? Okay. All right. So, there's also one, and that's it for week 2, lecture 1. All right. So I wanted to go back to this, and there's just one announcement I want to make. If you have any questions, call or email me. I cannot help you if you say nothing. Okay. The last thing is, our Zoom meetings will be on every Thursday of the week and not on Tuesdays. Again, our Zoom class meeting will be every Thursday of the week. I will send you the link for the Zooms. It will not be on Tuesdays. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know. You guys take care.